I mean, the world could rest in your hands in the show.
Well, we like to say that the show's not post-apocalyptic, it's apocalyptic. It's apocalypse now. It's happening in the moment, and the difference between our show and any other show or movie, I think, is that our guys can stop it. That's the key. The show's about hope, and these people are hanging on and being heroic in the face of all odds. And I think that's what gives the show its urgency, and it's got a ticking clock. You know, every day they don't come home with the vaccine is a day half a million people die. That is underneath every single thing, and so the show is paced like that. People are acting in a way that has the urgency behind them. They want to get home to their families, and they find the cure. Maybe they'll get home in time to save their families. And if they do that, they can repair the world that's falling apart. So that was to us the key distinguishing characteristic between a post-apocalyptic show that takes place 15 years after it all went to hell. You know, this is happening right now, and it's happened in the last 4 months. It's not too late to stop.
Can you? We know you're getting another season. Can you talk a little bit about what the long-term plan for the series is?
The long-term plan is to save the world. But you know, there's a lot of saving and repairing to do, and so that saving the world and putting the world back together can take many different forms and shapes. And that was why when I heard the idea, I thought, I see how this show can go 7 years, 9 years, 10 years. The canvas is so huge, the problem is so vast, and they can come in contact with any number of new people. They're traveling around also. You know, our Lost was an amazing show. You know, they had the Hatch, and then they had the others, and then where are they going to go to meet more people? How are they going to get outside of that? And so
time travel.
What's that?
Time travel.
Time travel. Exactly.
Have you thought about the timing, like the timing of the show, like over like how long, how many days into it? You are at the end of a season, at the end of a second season.
The first season takes place over a very condensed time period, and how it evolves from there, we don't know exactly. We have a generalized blueprint, which I think is the best way to do it, is to know in a general way where you're going, and then be open to the fluidity and discovery of the process, and not be locked in.
For either of you, what's the most fascinating aspect in sort of science, not even science fiction, the science fact or the military part of the show?
Well, for me, it's the military. It's an honor to be aboard Navy-guided missile destroyers and have the captain and the crew welcome us aboard the Department of Defense, Michael Bay's involvement, and it's a great learning process. My father served in World War II, and so for me to be able to, in my own pretend way, step into his shoes is, a dream come true, really. I've said in the panels, I've said it before, thank God they're on our side. These are weapons platforms that are basically, it's a defensive weapon except for the missiles, which are long range, protect the flotilla and the fleet. So I'm a firm believer that America is not here to be an aggressor. It's more of a defender and a liberator. And I stand by that now. I'm just honored to be a part of a project that allows us to work with this great organization. And I'm very humbled by it. I just want to serve them well, and the virus, anyway.
How often do you actually get to shoot on a Navy ship?
We get to shoot there. We shot the entire pilot on the ship, and then for the series we built sets. You can't ask the Navy to give you a ship for 6 months. They've got other things they got to do, like defend and liberate the world. But we went there for 3 weeks total over the course of the next 9 episodes. We went there for 2 trips, once for a couple weeks, and then back again for a week. And so it was a challenge for us from a production standpoint. We had to write all the scripts ahead of time, know which scenes we were going to shoot on the ship and shoot them, at that time. So for the actors, they were shooting things all out of order because we have a lot of small time to be on the ship.
Episode 2, episode 9, episode 7 today.
Right.
Where are
Right. So the actors all maintain exactly training.
But couldn't have done that had the creators, the writers like Hank and Steve and everyone involved kept so organized and had the backing of TNT to have given us the nod and said, we believe in you, write this stuff out ahead, so we knew where we were going. So while we're actually having to go on the days, 9, 5, and 4 today. Where are we? Oh, here's where you are. And they knew. It's not a lot of guesswork. It's the only way you can logistically get it done.